What is going on, y'all beautiful people? So in this video, I have something else that I want to bring back up, man. I just made a video recently about unconditional love, but this is something I want to dive back into because it's so powerful, and I really want to make sure that I touch bases on all of this. And this is just something that is really going to help y'all get into a flow state in life and really be able to get closer to God overall. And I do not want to pass this up because this is going to change your life completely. Because this is the concept that I'm learning from this book called Letting Go. And in the book, what he's basically talking about is the unconditional love is something that is going to allow you to be at this powerful state of being on your inside that is just going to allow miraculous things to happen in your life. And it's going to change how you walk about your every freaking day life. So what he was basically saying in there is that love in an unconditional place, for one, I've talked about this in the past video, that is not from a place of attachment. It's not from a place of needing things. It's from a place of giving. It's from a place of love unconditionally. You don't need to receive it. You're giving it out fully because your cup is just overflowing and full. But it's also the fact that he's talking about like self-judgment. So, okay, first, this is going to help us get into a flow state because one of the concepts that I learned from Owen Cook is that one of the things that can help you get into a flow state, for one, is what your beliefs are about yourself. If you unconditionally love yourself and you know that you have value despite anything, it allows you to get out of your head because you're not thinking so much about like, oh, this next thing that I say, is it going to get me are people going to like me for that or anything like that? Or if you're going on the basketball court, is this next shot that I make, if I go freaking 0 for 20, is that actually going to get me off the team and I'm going to be miserable for the rest of my life? No, I have an unconditional love so I can continue for myself, so I can continue to go out there and shoot over and over and over again, get better and better and better, and be at a place of detachment, but also engagement that allows you to actually get the best that you can overall. So for that self, if you can unconditionally love yourself, it's from a place of knowing that you can forgive yourself and knowing that God has such an unconditional love for you that you actually like put that on. You embrace that on the internal side and you know that you are of value despite anything that you do, anything that you've got going on, even if you're the most ugly person, even if you don't do anything, even if you're not amazing at what you do or you don't have the most talent in the world, you are still valuable and worthy because Christ gave his life for you and for your sins. Once you embrace that, all of a sudden you start moving from a place of internally giving instead of needing to receive and just being kind of like a gremlin or something like that. And that is powerful for us because, like Owen Cook has said, to be able to get into the flow state, what you're looking for is the beliefs about yourself that help you get out of your head instead of into your head. And if you genuinely believe that you have value and that you are loved already, that gets you out of your head because it's not the next thing that you say, the next shot that you shoot is not dependent on your value. It's not dependent on, oh, if I miss this or make this, my value is going to go crazy. Now, for the second thing is the beliefs about other people. And he says in the book, Letting Go, being able to, well, also for Owen Cook says the belief about other people, does it help you get out of your head or into your head? So if you have negative beliefs about other people, you think that people are judging you, you think that people are negative, you think that people are bad in the world, the next time that you go and talk to somebody, it's going to get you into your head because you're going to be like, oh, this person's this person's that. I don't actually love this person. But if you genuinely love almost everybody and you can get yourself into that place, not saying you have to be there already, but you can continue to get yourself into that place, you can just go up to somebody and start talking to them, knowing that you love them, and it gets you out of your head. You're like, hey, I know that you're just flawed like me. You're not the perfect person. We can continue to connect even if you're looking a little bit negative right now. That is powerful. And this is something I'm trying to continue to tap into. And we can all tap into to get into a flow state, whether you're on a basketball court or whether you're just talking to people, man. Because here's the thing. For me, I've realized, like, I started working at this new job, IHOP, and I'm working over there, and I'm seeing that there's people that are easier to connect with, easier to just go up there and talk to because they're more open and receptive. But it's a little bit harder for the people that are a little bit more closed off, that have a negative view on life, that have a negative view on customers, that have a negative view on coworkers, and they just seem like they don't want to talk. And at first you go into it and you're like, okay, I should probably stay away from that person, which is okay, completely okay. But I know that I can also get into a place where I can have an unconditional love for them despite the fact of their negative views of the world, of life, of people. You can love them in spite of that, not because of that, and you can still have an unconditional love for them. So for myself, I'll literally be doing meditations in the freaking bathtub and visualizing myself just loving everybody, despite who they are, knowing that it's not them that is bad. It's just sometimes the circumstances of your life have put you into this negative mind frame, and you can love them in spite of that, just like God loves us in spite of the things that we do. That is powerful because it can get you into a flow state, and I've seen it get myself into a flow state despite other people's, quote unquote shortcomings, just like we all have shortcomings, stuff like that. What was I saying about this? Oh yeah, but being able to let go. In there, in the book, Letting Go, he was just saying that, like, knowing that if you're judging people, all judgment is self-judgment. If you're judging people, it's a self-judgment. And knowing that all the things that are, there's something he said about it, but all the things that we do that are, go against the law of love, go against the law of unconditional love, is just really going against ourselves. If you do something that goes against the law of unconditional love, where you just love people, you love life, you love things, you love everything, really you're just going against yourself, because all judgment is self-judgment. Where you're judging people, you're actually judging yourself, and you're going against your actual inner being that is the strongest that it can be, that is the most motivated. Oh, I really want to look up this quote real quick. Give me a quick second. I'm gonna let y'all look at my cat real quick. But this is like such a powerful quote. Oh, I think I lost it though. Okay, here it is. Every one of us who violate the law of love is really a victim of some negative belief system or the pressure of time or situation. So that's powerful right there. All the people that violate the law of unconditional love are just a victim of a negative belief system or time pressure or a negative situation. So that just basically means that if you're violating that law of love, you're a victim. Because if you live in the unconditional love, you have the most power, you create your best, you have the most energy in life, you have the best life in the world because you love life, you love everything, you love all the small things about your life. And if you're going against that, you just become a victim of the world, and you become a victim of your circumstances, your situation, all that stuff. So every single one of us violates the law of love when we are negative, depressed, sad, whatever you want to say about it, or when we're just upset, or when we're denying reality, denying what is, because we don't have an unconditional love for what is, and we deny it, and we want it to be different. But the more that you get into this unconditional love for your life, for yourself, for people, the more that you can get into a flow state in your life, because all of a sudden you love everything, and you are going with the laws of unconditional love that God has set for us, that allow us to just be able to enjoy our life, and just being like Michael Jordan, being on that court, being able to flow and do your best every single day. Do y'all understand that? Unconditional love is going to get you into a flow state, because it's going to get you out of your head. If you can love unconditionally yourself, people, your situation, your circumstances, your life, you can accept what is, and accepting what is going to get you into a flow state. Even if you have anxiety, even if you have stress, even if you have nerves on the day of whatever you're doing. Do you understand that? It can get you into a deep flow state, because you're just accepting. You're going in there, you're accepting, and you start loving people. You get out of your head more and more the more that you just love yourself unconditionally. It's not about how you're going to perform. The more that you love other people, you love the competition that you have. You love the people that you're going to talk to, whatever it might be, man. It's going to get you into that flow state. I really hope that y'all understand that. I really hope that we're able to grasp that today, man. Hope you guys are having an amazing one. I'll talk to y'all in the next video. Peace.